Hello friends, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to show you another mixing tip for drums. This is where we're going to take a kick and a snare room samples using Slate Trigger 2, and we're going to blend them in to give us more impact and a little bit more energy, and once again, a little bit more ambience around our drum mix without adding an official or an artificial, I should say, reverb plugin. So here's another way you can work with samples to enhance your drum sound. That's what we're going to do in this video. So stick around. Okay, friends, welcome back. So as I said in the intro, we're going to work with some room samples here and show you how you can enhance your drum sound. So let me show you what we did here in Fender Studio Pro. So this is the same song that we worked on the last couple of weeks where I was showing you parallel drum compression and music crush compression. If you haven't seen those videos, I'll link them in the description box below. This is the same exact session. We're just building upon it, if you will. So what do we have here? We have in brown, kick sample, and then you'll see we have a purple track here called kick room sample, snare sample, snare room sample. So basically what I did is I took the kick sample, I just duplicated the track, right? The sample already had trigger built into it, so it's the same sound baked into the room sample, right? And the same thing with the snare. I made them in purple just so you can see it. Those two tracks are being routed out to two separate faders on my console that you'll see here, channel 11 and 12, kick room sample, snare room sample, and then we're going to blend them in with the drum kit. But let me first show you the actual samples that I'm using. So if we start with our kick, I open up Trigger 2 here, and you can use any ambient room samples that you like. I tend to really like the Drum Forge Kick Arsenal drum samples. I'll link Drum Forge in the description box below. It's not a sponsored video. I paid for my packages. They got some really cool, the Drum Vault Kick Arsenal, and they have the Drum Vault Snare Arsenal, which I'll show you in a second, where they've actually went into some separate different types of rooms, a wood room, a brick room, a hybrid room, and a vibe room. And each one of these has already triggered presets already pre-made that are already kind of a little bit pre-processed, not overly processed, but processed enough to where you can use them straight out of the box and that you can work with. So they have the presets here, and then they also have the one-shot samples if you just want the WAV files. So if you want to build your own preset, you can. But I just kind of use their preset here. And basically we have, you'll see here, a kick in, a paramount, which is more of a kick out, a thump mic, spread, tight, lengthen, depth. And you'll see I turned down some of the faders here. Let me just turn up the kick fader here so we could hear it. So basically I took the preset and I'm just using some ambient samples, right? So for example, this sample here, which has a little bit of room built in, a little bit more ambience built in, even more, and more of a room sample. And I've blended them together to my personal taste. If I just solo up that kick drum, let me turn off all the parallel tracks here for a second. So that's the kick sample that we have with the ambient mics. If I turn down the mix, here was what the original sample sounded like, if you remember from the last video. Much more direct, right? But we're using 100% wet. Okay, so there's our ambient kick. Let me turn that back down. Now let's do the same thing we did with the snare. So you'll see the same thing in purple. I got snare. I got another instance of trigger. And again, I'm using the Drum Forge snares, and I'm using the Arsenal snare Arsenal here, 1.1 version 1.1. Multi-velocity. No, am I using the multi-velocity? Or no, I'm using the snare Arsenal right here. And I'm using one of the rooms. These are all multi-layer, multi-velocity samples, but you'll see they have all different, when you buy the Arsenal packages, they have a whole different variety of samples in the way that you can use them. And again, I'll link it below. They're pretty affordable. I think I picked them up on sale for maybe $59 for each one of the packs. So they're pretty affordable, and they give you a lot of variety, and they're recorded and they sound really, really great. So anyway, I picked a snare, and the same thing. We have a direct mic, a thump mic, a sizzle mic, which is the top snare for more direct. I've lowered all those faders, and I'm just using the ambient sounds here. Okay, all ambient samples blended to taste. So again, if I play back just the snare, okay, there you go. So there is our snare ambience, again, on a separate fader. And again, I like to do this because instead of trying to just put a reverb plugin, which we could do, there's a lot of great reverb plugins. And I also use my Percassi to kind of give me an overall room sound, but it's very subtle and it's more for dimension. This allows us to build them right in with these samples, so it adds a little bit of impact, gives you a little bit more flexibility, and it just in a subtle way makes the kick snare pop a little bit more. So let me show you that now. So I'm going to turn on the parallel tracks, the crust track, so everything is there. We're just going to listen to... well, I'm going to put in context with everything. Why wouldn't we, right? So we're going to listen to everything here. So what I'm going to do is I'll start with them down. I'll play back the section here of music, the same section we've been listening to for the last two videos. And we'll blend them up. I'll over-exaggerate it, then I'll pull them back, and then I'll mute them so you can hear what it's doing. Here we go. Hello, friend. I hope you're enjoying the video. Hey, if you're serious about becoming a better mixer, then check out the mixingacademy.net. Every month, you'll get a brand new set of multi-tracks and mix along with me step by step and learn the why behind every mix decision. You'll also connect with other mixers, join me for live coaching calls, and I'll personally give you feedback on your mixes each month. Click the link in the description below and check out the mixingacademy.net. Now back to the video. Okay, so you can be as subtle or as aggressive as you want. Now, the reason why I'm putting it on two separate faders on the console is I can EQ it if I want to, these samples separately. I didn't in this example, but you could. We have insert points on these two faders, so if I wanted to put a compressor or EQ or some other kind of processing on it, we could do that. And again, you could follow along in the box and do the same thing. Now, some may say, well, you know, Dave, why wouldn't you just do it right, you know, why wouldn't you just do it inside of the regular sample? So like on the snare, we already had a trigger sample on there. Couldn't you just do the same thing and blend it with the wet dry knob? Well, yeah, you could. You absolutely could. You don't have to do it on separate tracks. When you put it on separate tracks and you copy and paste things, and if I have faders available to me, put them on separate faders. Again, it just gives me a little bit more control. And again, I like having my hand on the faders where I can ride them up and down. I can, in the choruses, maybe bump them, ride them a little up. I can ride them a little bit down in the verses, but it just gives me more control. But again, it just like with most things we've talked about in this drum mixing parallel compression and stuff series that we've been doing over the last few videos. Again, we want it to be subtle. We don't want it to be super, super obvious, because then it's usually too much. So once again, here's without it, and I'll bring it in and you can hear the difference. And then we'll get out of this video. So there you go. So try it on your next project and see how you like that kind of workflow. And let me know in the comments below if you want more cool little workflow tips like this. I'd be glad to do it. Make sure you also check out the links in the description box below and check out the Mixing Academy, where we really dive deep into mixing and you get to work with me one-on-one. You get to join a cool community of mixers that are all trying to get better at the craft of mixing. Make sure you click the link in the description box below and check all of that out. Let me know what you thought about this video. And until the next video where we do some more mixing tips, I've been Dave with both homerecordingmadeeasy.com and mixingmusicanalog.com. I'll see you guys in the next video.